Conversational turns is another thing that's very key when you're thinking about being able to develop the vocabulary and the speaking capabilities of a child that has very few verbal abilities. So conversational turns is this idea that I say something, he says something. I say something, he says something. One of the features of a conversational turn is that we want to be able to teach a child to stay on topic. And so one of the ways that you can do that is to draw out a book of a high interest or something that one of their favorite items so that they will stay on topic because that is present in their visual field and it gives them a reference point for that conversation. So one way you can do it is that you make a statement about something and ask a very easy question for them to answer. Okay, and when you're doing these, if a child doesn't have a lot of verbal abilities, accept what they are able to do. Are they able to say one word? Are they able to make a sound? Are they able to make a sound and point to it and then look to you for your turn to make it? All right, so those are all the things that you need to be considering, keeping those conversational turns at their independence level. And then what you need to do is take whatever they have formed and expand upon it. So if you say to a child, oh, look at this rock. That one is lying down. Is this one standing up?
Yes.
Yes, it is standing up. So what you do is you take what they have said and you expand on it. So they learn how to create longer and longer mean length utterances or longer sentences, right? Many more components of syntax in their speech. So that's one way that you can use conversational turns. When you're using conversational turns, you also want to make sure that you wait, right? Because often we don't like that pause. That silence scares us, and so we're not able to allow the child to process and be able to put something out. And sometimes you just need to wait. So you give that child an opportunity to form what they want to say and have the ability to practice it and then put it out. Another way to develop conversational turns is to read the same book over and over and over and over and over again, something that's very short. But what you do is every time there's a page turn, that kid anticipates that page turn, right? But you don't say the last word. You wait. And that child knows that word. They've memorized the book. They know that word happens before you flip the page. And so they start to fill in for you. So you read, let's say, 9 of the 10 words on that first page, and then you pause. And then you wait for the child to put that in, and then you turn the page. Or another way to develop conversational turns is that you have this routine where you read whatever is on the page, and then you're like, turn the page. And then the child, if you don't say that, turn the page, they might jump in and actually say it. And so therefore, they are having that conversational turn. They're realizing that language and social communication is a back and forth between you and another person. All right, so again, things to think about are pausing and waiting, using something of high interest so that the student will remain engaged the entire time, keeping it to be routine so the student can start to predict and expect, right? That's huge when you think about conversational skills, being able to predict what the other person might say, being able to see it from their perspective and wait. And then also making sure that that joint attention is continually there. Okay, when you're doing a conversational turn session, you want to make sure that all of the distractions are put away so that you can remain engaged with the child and you can see those subtle changes to see if their attention is waning or that they have literally changed their attention from here to here. Because if they have changed their attention and they're very interested in something, then you can start to have a conversation about that change. Or you can start to see that further development of joint attention. Are they moving their eyes to where you're pointing? Are they trying to get you to attend to something that they're pointing out? All of those different things. So again, when you're doing a conversational turn session, you want to make sure that all the distractions are put away. You have something of very high interest. It's something that you do regularly so they can start to have some expectations and some routine to the session, and that you are making sure that you look for those subtle changes to see how their attention is changing and what you can draw out their interest in to establish those conversational turns. And that is how you can start to help develop a child to stay on topic and have conversational turns that will develop their speech and language.